Well, guess what I'm going to be doing today? I'm going to hike to the top of this mountain right there in search of some Spanish treasures. Hey, welcome everyone. I'm Jack Tucker. Welcome to Gold Fever Adventures. These are my adventures, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I believe there's some Spanish treasures buried up there. I've done a lot of research in this area. This used to be the old pass through here, or probably an old road. The old highway goes through here along with the current highway. But it was probably a trail for the old timers too. The Spanish and everybody else had to go this same direction. It's kind of a pass through these mountains right here. But I believe there's a treasure buried up on this hill right there. And I'll show you some of the reasons why I believe that here in a little bit. I've got a metal detector I'll be taking with me. I've also got like an SX70 Polaroid camera that you can use, and sometimes you can get these flares or these gases that some of these treasures emit. I'm going to be using that. Anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I want to thank you guys coming along and sharing on these adventures. And phew, maybe we can get lucky today. Thanks for coming along, guys.
Load up the truck, it's time to roll. The heart's so wild and a come and go. Chasing the goal, we're ready for the thrill. Through mountains.
So I've got one of these old cameras here. First thing I got to do is figure out how to put some fresh film in it. Whew, just like that. Then what I'm going to do is take me a few pictures of this hill right here. Okay, got film in here. I believe I can take 6 of these pictures here. So I'll try them from different directions. And we'll see what happens. Maybe I can take 8. I don't remember how many these have. Whoa. I'm not sure which light setting I want to put this on. I believe I'd put it on dark since it's bright out here. And I want infinity, I do believe. Yeah, it's going to be 8 pictures. Okay, that's 8 pictures. I'll let those develop for a moment and I'll show you what maybe if any of them look like. Okay, I got me a drone. I'm going to fly up there and check this area out, and I'll show you what it is I'm looking for here, or I'll show you the area, what I'm looking for here. But let me fly this drone up there. I do got to be careful because I do got some power lines right here too. It's a nice bright day. Hard to see the screen when it's so bright too, but hey, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. It's kind of breezy too, it's a little windy, so hopefully this drone will fly all right. I'm hoping. Hope I don't lose it. If I lose it, I gotta lose it at least on that mountain there where I'm going to be hiking to here in a moment. Let's see here. Calibrate gimbal. What?
Take off. Landing.
Okay, here's the pictures I took. The last ones, there's no flares in there. No flares in any of these. It looks like this one here has got some flares in it. None of these do. But now interesting, this one right here is the most interesting. See these marks coming up? These are what we call flares. Now see this one right there? That's where I'm heading to, right there. Right there's where I'm heading to. Huh, interesting. There's another one right over here, but there's two of them right there. But this is where I'm going, right there. See if there's any treasures right there. And that would be right below that big rock right there. That's where I'm heading, right there.
You can do it!
Those are sight holes right there. That's where I got to go, right there. Right there's where I've got to go to. It's going to be a hike up there, that's for sure. Good thing I'm going in the morning. Not when it's 100 degrees either. That's where I got to go, right up there. Whew. Walking on this kind of this deteriorated granite. It's very slippery. You gotta be careful, you can lose your whatever really easy. Whew. You can see a few of the eye catchers around here though. You also want to keep your eyes open for any other signs. Petroglyphs. There's other signs. They mark their treasures pretty good. Getting closer right there. That's where I gotta get. Whew. Tell you what, this is steeper than I thought it was. Steeper than I thought it was. I also got to check a part of the map where somebody a while back pointed where I need to be at. This other guy, he kind of uses his fingers and he rubs over a map and he tells you places to investigate. So that's one place I got to swing a detector over close by, but it's all up higher up. It's probably easier to get to from the other side, but oh well, I'm from this side. Got to continue on. Still not to the top, but this is one of the areas around here I wanted to swing the detector over for a moment. Well, I'm not picking any signals up. I think I can get up right through this pass right there. There's a little hole right there. I wonder what that hole is. Well, I'm not sure if I'm in the spot or not. Everything looks different when you're up above from down below. I swung the detector over here a little bit. Didn't find anything. Once you're up here though, this doesn't look as promising as it does down below. So, like I said though, I don't know if I'm in the right spot or not. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I probably shouldn't be up here climbing around by myself up here on these boulders. I could very easily tumble down. Nobody knows where I'm at. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm in the right spot or not. Whew. It's a long ways down from up here, though. Drop-offs and cliffs. So, I don't know, man. I'm thinking maybe I should be over there. Maybe where I should be. I was just right there. And that's not what it looked like to me from down below. So I'm thinking I need to be over there. A few of you guys are going to know where I'm at. I've been nearby this area before, so's a few other people. Before, when I was up here, I was over on that side, and there's that sight hole, what I said. And if you look through that hole, you can see right over there where we think that's what we call a chair, maybe a king's chair. And I did find a hole over there, but it was empty. I don't know if all signs are pointing over into that direction. I should probably put some flagging tape up here where I was. Didn't think about that till just now. And have somebody on the ground that's pointing me over to where I need to be at. Because I do believe it's further over that way. I'm in the wrong spot. But I got up on this ledge and looking down and thought, man, this is crazy. I shouldn't be up here by myself if I slipped and fell. So I made my way back down to a lower spot. I still got to get all the way back down to the bottom. But I have to reevaluate this situation. I know there are some mines on the other side of that hill over there. If you take that dirt road up there, the top up there, there's some mines up there on top too. And there's mines all the way on the back side of that hill. This area is what we call the pass. So everything had to come back through this area right here. The railroad tracks come through here. The old highway is here. The new highway is here. So this had to be an old wagon road and a traveling road for everybody else. Had to come through this way. So there's been a lot of traveling done on this road over the eons of time. Unless you're going up and over the mountaintops, this was the only way through. Okay, this here's an infrared camera. Temperature on it. I just want to scan this area up here to see if there's any temperature changes. You can see, I don't know if you can see that screen. These granite boulders, they're blue, so they're cold. They're cold. I was over there, and I'm thinking I gotta be right there. There's one of the sight holes right there. You look at these rocks, you can see how they've been kind of laid in. And then if you get something that's out of place, that really don't belong there, could be a clue. Target here. Well, I guess I wasn't the only one up here, huh? I wasn't the only one up here. I'll have to run this detector around this area for a bit. This rock kind of looks interesting. There's a few of them around here like that. It's not normal. It's out of place. It's just right here in this little area right here. Kind of an ugly looking piece of quartz. Think there's any gold in there? It's got all the right colors, it looks like. Huh, interesting. I think it's telling me that it's iron. Oh, there it is right there. Huh, interesting. It's rustied up. It's like some type of buckle. It's been in the ground for a while. I think maybe it came off a horse or something, or belt. What do you think? Cool. Where'd it go? I had a signal here. No, maybe not. Yeah, there's... Oh, that's kind of cool. What the hell's that? 22. It says 22. What does that mean? Some type of nail? Is that off a railroad? That part of the railroad? Never saw a nail like that before. I'd also say that somebody probably set this piece of quartz right there too. That's not normal, sitting right there. Somebody put that there. You guys are going to have to tell me what you guys think. I'm going to show you more why I thought this area had something, and you tell me what you guys think. I'll show you that here in a little bit when I make it back down. But I'll show you why I thought this area was pretty good, and I'll show you that though. I would say that one right there. Somebody set that piece there. Kind of looks like a piece of quartz. Yep, I think I was in the wrong spot. I think I need to be more over that way, where that other little hole is right there. That's where I should have been at. Should have been right there below that, right there. And I was clear over there. I was in the wrong spot. Whew, made it back. All right, what a hike. What a hike. Let me can I see that from up there? I can't. Too close, I gotta go back down the road there. But I'll show you why I think where I was at. Whew, made it back. Nice. Well, here's the targets that I dug. Piece of foil, a buckle, a nail, and I believe that's a rivet, part of a rivet off of something. But those are my targets. That's all I found detecting up there. Looks like that might be interesting though. Anybody can tell me what that is? And what this buckle come from? Is that a horse or off a belt? Looks kind of a thin belt. You know, I did have a set of dowsing rods I could have took up with me, but I didn't. Who uses dowsing rods anyway? Do Do you guys believe in dowsing rods? That's the question I should be answering. Do you believe in dowsing rods, and do you use them? What do you use them for? There's the hill. Now, to me, that looks like it could be a pointer or sighting rock. It doesn't look like that's a normal rock there. Then look over there. You see what they call another pointer. But look right here. To me, that looks like a face. That's the nose. It's easier to see when you're further back coming into the pass. There's a sighting hole on each side, and right in the middle, looks like there's a face right there. And right below that nose, looks to me like there's something buried. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
I see nothing.
Well, that's kind of interesting, something on that rock right there. It's like a round circle. Now, across the road, and right there, is what we call the chair. There's a whole bunch of writings all over that chair right there. And right below there is where that hole was, but it was empty. There's probably treasures all over that mountain. I wanted to show you right there. That rock is full of those. And on that side, there's a bunch of holes. I don't know if they're what they call matati holes or if they're marking holes. I'll show you those too. Well, there's the petroglyphs that we see from the other side over there. I one time got up there on top of this rock looking down, and the holes look different from up on top though, but there's that chair area across the street, so we were up all over up there in that mountains over there hiking around. Who knows what's all up in there, those hills. That's kind of out of place, isn't it? Just a piece of cement, a little cement slab right here in the middle of nowhere. What the hell was that for? Used to be something to it. I wonder if this was an old, one of them historian marker things, you know? And they removed it because they didn't want anybody to destroy this place. I'll bet you that's what this was. One of those type of markers. I'll bet you that's what that was. Anyways, that's all there is on this adventure. I'm going to have to further investigate up there on that hill, come back with I got somebody else and further investigate. I'm pretty sure I was in the wrong spot. Anyways, I'm out of here. You guys all take care. Thanks for coming along, guys, sharing on these adventures. Please like, share, subscribe, and hey, leave me a comment. Sure appreciate all you guys. So until our paths cross again, you guys all have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Truck, it's time to roll with hearts so wild and a common goal. Chasing the goal, we're ready for the thrill. Through mountains and rivers, we'll climb every hill. With the sun on our backs, we take our stand, uncovering treasures buried in this land. This gold fever's got us running wild in the heart of the land. We feel like a child. great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. With metal detectors singing in the breeze, we dig for the fortune, uncovering keys. With a gold pan in hand, we sift through the dirt. Each little glimmer makes our hearts surge. By the firelight's glow, our laughter rings as we dream of the riches tomorrow brings. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. While the firelight's glow, our laughter rings as we dream of the riches tomorrow brings. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. So here's to the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams we'll go far. This gold fever's got us running wild. In the heart of the land we feel like a child. Adventures await in the great unknown. Together we chase dreams, never alone. Never alone. So here's to the nights beneath the stars. With our hearts full of dreams we'll go far.